The people have a voice. European leaders have a choice.
I think that would have been received much better had it been authentic. But to go to Munich and or talk to the European leaders and give this great speech, JD, but while you act like there's free speech here, it's not authentic. I'm really not trying to be a bitch. I'm really not. I do have a sarcastic side to me, but this is the hypocrisy going on in the United States right now. And look, I'm a total Trump supporter, and I totally support Trump. But it's Silicon Valley that controls it. In other countries, you guys may be silenced and you go to jail, and yeah, we don't have that here. But we're shadow banned. We're still shadow banned, even under Trump, and that's not Trump's fault. It's Silicon Valley. Yet, I literally watched today the media praise this speech of JD's and act like that now we have free speech again, and it was only under the Biden administration they were controlling social media. No, they weren't, because we are still being shadow banned. And it's almost like all these dirtbags, I mean, I'm not saying JD's a dirtbag, but like Glenn Beck and many of our alternative media here are praising this and yet saying how, yeah, we don't stand with the same values that Munich does if they're arresting their people. Well, you don't stand for free speech either, Glenn Beck, you hypocrite. There's no way these people don't know we're still being shadow banned. We've been being shadow banned on X. We're shadow banned on every platform because of the fact that Silicon Valley controls the lever and they're an arm of the military-industrial complex. And likely they control your countries too. The other countries too. I think that's really who controls it. I think they outsource to get away with this shit, like they get other countries maybe to censor us, but all it would take is America saying I'm done with this and it should stop. It's not going to stop. I don't expect in my lifetime to see free speech restored in America. Or they'll say, no, we give you free speech, but as Elon says, the free speech absolutist says, I'll give you speech, I won't give you reach. So that's suppressing speech. It's the same thing as don't call yourself a free speech absolutist. But nobody in the alternative media, nor the mainstream media, nor J.D. Vance, or anybody seems to want to just be quite upfront and honest about that fact. It's almost as if they just want to get Americans distracted on Doge. Oh, Doge uncovered this, Doge uncovered that. And all the while, like, are Americans who have been speaking up for 4 years, are you not realizing you're still being shadow banned? I think you've just, this is how good they are at this. This is how good they are at distracting people. So I think this wonderful speech that JD gave would have meant much more had he had the substance behind it to back it up. But to go there and act like Americans have free speech and other countries should be a representation of us isn't authentic. It's not. Because everyday Americans, even though the administration, I'm not talking about Trump, I don't think, but even though the rest of the administration doesn't seem to give a shit about everyday Americans being shadow banned, okay? And none of the alternative media nor mainstream media seems to give a shit about that either. Shows me that none of you people respect our Constitution because you can't respect the basic First Amendment. What would all of their excuses be? Well, we didn't know. We didn't know that Elon was shadow banning. Oh, bullshit. I'm not the only one that's been saying it. You'd have to be under a rock. You're just pretending like you don't know. Because again, here in America, those people in the alternative media and in the mainstream media that claim that they care about our constitutional rights and they're so proud of our Constitution, They could care less that everyday Americans to this day are still being suppressed on every platform. And it's not Trump. Biden wasn't the one that was controlling it. That was the narrative put out. Oh, Biden was. He never was. It's the military industrial complex in Silicon Valley which controls AI and all social media. They are controlling that. So this would have been a wonderful speech, but it has no legs to stand on. Because as long as even one citizen in this country is being shadow banned, JD and Mr. Trump or President Trump, as long as one is still being suppressed like that, then don't be going overseas and being a hypocrite. I mean, we're all hypocrites from time to time, so I'm really not trying to be judgmental, but the hypocrisy stuff really is annoying. It is, because if we were true Americans that were united, if all of those alternative media people, Glenn Beck, all of them, I name them all the time in my video, or the mainstream media for that matter, if they truly cared about free speech, if they truly cared about the brotherhood and sisterhood of America, then they would be saying, no, we still have people that are being suppressed. No, instead, they all do the bidding to help support the suppression of everyday Americans. So none of them support our Constitution. And so it looks bad going to a foreign country and acting and telling them that they should give their citizens free speech when you don't even give it to your own damn citizens.